Justin Bieber is, you consider him as one of your idols, and he was heavily criticized for lip syncing, and even apart from the fact that lip syncing is fine, but some of the songs he did not even make efforts to do the lip syncing. He was drinking water while the song went on. He did perform to at least 4 or 5 songs. He did play on guitar, and I think they were wonderful.
Yeah.
And so how do you react to this criticism that the way he was? To be
honest, I actually
trolled in a way.
He's done like around 200 shows in the whole world. After a point, as an artist, you become so exhausted and so tired of doing the same routine. To be honest, our show does not change from each show. Our show is the same. Like there's a set list everyone follows. There was a little bit of, people felt that he could have performed a few other songs which we had, like example, there was a song which had come out, Despacito, and 2-3 other songs which had become hit, and I'm the One. There's another song which had become hit at just a week before the concert, and just a few fans, or fans like me as well, we expected him to sing a few lines, even if not the whole song, just like a cappella, just take the mic and sing. So certain things, I think this was the first time a big global star was coming to India, so the expectations were too much out of the concert. And none of them have seen his concerts before. Even I have not seen. So we kind of judged him by this concert, which is kind of wrong in a way. Even I had voiced where I felt, I felt so much more could have been done. But I know from an artist's perspective as well how much he mentally must be also exhausted, physically exhausted. Like you could see it that, he was affected by the heat, first of all, in our city. Second, he's gone to continents, different Australia, USA, Europe, and he's traveled like Japan and all, and then arrived in India, and the same night that he's arrived, he has to do the show. It's the same morning he's arrived, and the night he has to do the show. It's not easy. It definitely is not easy. And when it comes to lip syncing, actually, quite a few of the artists, including me, for a certain section of the songs, we do lip syncing, and I'm not disagreeing to that, because if you see award shows also, many of the times people ask us, y'all say y'all are singers, but then y'all are lip syncing. I was like, there's a certain prerequisite that all these award shows, the sound level is not that great. So instead of risking our performance, we wanted to be a good looking performance and come out well, and that's the reason. And actually it happened recently on one of my performance videos where I'd done a medley of all my songs at the Mirchi Music Awards, which recently had happened. And uspe likha tha ki, you're talking about Justin Bieber's lip sync or other people's lip sync. I didn't talk about lip sync, but just generally they feel that, that's the topic and you yourself are doing that. So I said there's always a reason for that. 85-90% of everyone shows, like who are the real singers out there, they definitely do a live show. But there is a certain part of the show where we do lip sync, because it's humanly impossible to do a 2.5 or 2 hour show with a voice. It's a muscle at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
It's a muscle at the end of the day. And when we see fans, when we see a huge crowd, we become energetic. We tend to use our voice more than we actually should. There have been times where I went for a US tour and I came back and I was really, really down because my whole throat was paining. I never knew how, there's a certain thing called voice culture. You're supposed to know how much you have to use your voice on shows.
Absolutely.
So these kind of aspects are not common to our country. People are like, हाँ गाना मिला, show करना है आपको, and they keep on singing for 2 to 3 hours without knowing that there's a shelf life of your voice as well. You have to know how to conservatively use your voice. So then I spoke to my mentor, Salim Merchant. He does a lot of shows, Salim Suleiman, over the country and globally as well. So they said, let the mic do the amplification, not the voice. So don't shout into the mic. Let the mic be loud enough so that it can amplify to whoever's sitting in the audience. You sometimes feel wo wahan tak pahunch raha nahi hai meri awaaz, so you try to exert more.
Absolutely.
So he's saying, just you be normal, let the mic do the job. So these kind of things really helped me, and now I've started learning how to conserve my voice to last for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So I definitely know what must be going on in Justin Bieber's mind, and it's wrong actually to bombard a person so young, and actually social media becomes very harsh.
Absolutely.
It becomes, and when you see even when I see comments, when I had actually done something, his fans also got angry at me, So I had written a small heartfelt note to all his fans as well, saying that, I have nothing against him. I have been, I have seen him grow as an artist, and I have really been a fan of his music. we just felt that honestly सब fans में एक होता है कि you know we want him to मेरा जो favorite song है उसको गाना चाहिए वैसा सबका एक होता
absolutely too many demands
too many expectations demands and I think it just went against him and he's a 23-24-year-old guy. And so much has happened to him that it's tough to, you know, I'm also learning on the go. I'm not used to what's happening with me as well.
Right. How old have you turned?
I just turned 22 on 22nd of July.
22 on 22nd of July. Great.